conscious about the way I appear to the public. Release too much, will they love or hate me for it? How can I gain some views at the same time remaining true to myself and all that I do in the booth? Let loose all my screws and emotions. Life consumed by commotion. This world too cold, heart is frozen. Stuck in this snake pit, I've noticed 2 ones when I rolled the dice.
Alright, we're here live on Lone Wolf Inescapable Nomination podcast. We're here live with a group member of Gifted Visualz, which is also a solo independent artist as well. His name is Alex. I'm gonna let him go ahead and introduce himself.
What's up, y'all? My name is Alex Kaufert, ALEXKAUFERT. It's a German last name because my papa German, but my mama Dominican, so I'm really Hispanic. My rap name would have been AKRosario, which would have been really hard, but like I gotta stay true to myself. So yeah, it's Alex Kaufert, my real name.
Okay. So my first question to you, like, we're gonna dive right into what first got you into music?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was in 2nd grade. I was getting tripped in the hallways and getting my glasses taken. It was high-key annoying. So I just like, I need a way to vent. I got really no one to talk to because I'm not fun. Like, hey mom, I'm getting bullied. That shit weak as fuck. So I started listening to Eminem, and then he had songs about his bullies and shit. So I was like, damn, I can relate to that high-key. So I started doing my own little shit, and it wasn't good, but I was doing it. And it really started off more as poetry because I really wasn't rapping it to no beats. I was just on some, how can I express my emotions type shit. But then you start adding it to the beat because rap is just rhythm and poetry. So you just add it to the beat, and I became an artist. You gotta find your own flows and shit. It took a long ass time.
Okay, so would you say Eminem was like sort of an inspiration for you?
Yeah, honestly, until like 9th or 10th grade, he was the only rapper I listened to, which is why my style is the way it is. And I had to branch off. Once I heard J. Cole, then I was like, oh, there's actually other artists out there. Cool. So then I started listening to everyone else. But yeah, it was pretty much Eminem for the whole time.
Okay.
And no, not because he's white. We're not going to do that.
Okay. So, how would you describe the music that you typically create?
Music about myself and about my life. If I'm not going through that experience that other people are talking about, I don't talk about it in my songs. So it's just whatever I'm going through at the time. It really just, honestly, it just depends on what I'm going through. Because last year I was making songs about when I didn't have a car and I was trying to get it. Now I got the car. I don't make songs about how trying to get a car no more. So it's just about what I'm going through at the time, my own personal experiences, my own life.
Okay, so you put what you go through in personal life into your music.
And then I try to be, I don't like saying the word like woke and conscious because people just overplay it. Oh my god, my energy. That shit's corny. But like, I try to be like in that realm sort of. Like just talking about shit that people don't talk about. Because that's what people need to hear. They need to know more about life and not about the jewelry that they're trying to buy. That shit, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It does not matter.
So like, as far as like your creative process when you, let's say when you want to put a track together, like what is your creative process like?
Well, I don't know if every other artist do this, but personally me, I smoke beforehand. Because if I don't smoke, I'm not going to feel the music. And you can say that's bad in a way because I need music and I need weed to like, oh, if you're not high, you can't listen to music. You're supposed to be able to do that by yourself. I feel you, but no. I smoke weed. And then I go on YouTube and I look up either like a J. Cole type beat, Isaiah Rashad type beat, neo soul trap beat, or jazz sample type beat, jazz Drake sample type beat. Just try to find something that really fits the mood that I go for, and then just try to rock with that. And it really takes days for me to find a good beat, because there's a lot of good beats, but I'm not just gonna rap on any beat because it's a cold beat. No, it has to actually hit me. Then I gotta feel it, and then when I feel it, then I'll get into it, and then I just start freestyling in my head. Doing that little mumble freestyle, trying to find the melody, see what happens, see what works. If it takes a day, it takes 2 days, it takes 2 days. If you gotta be at work with the headphone in your ear, just listening to that beat on repeat over and over and over again, that's what you gotta do. But when you find that little sample, you find that little sauce in that song, oh yeah, it become easy. Because all you gotta do is just put the words to it. And putting the words is, if you're spitting the truth, and you're not lying and have to come up with a lie, saying the truth is really easy. It's really not that hard at all. So you can just spill it out easily.
Okay.
But then you gotta make it like code and have to like have bars and make it complicated. But when you've been writing songs since you were 8 years old, it's not that hard to just speak in metaphors.
Okay.
So yeah.
Makes sense. So like with the songs you already created, is it any song that you felt meant a lot to you when you created it? And like, what would be that song?
Yeah, it's a song called Blind Love. And at the time, I didn't really know like how impactful it would be. But listening to it over the years, and as I grow older, I realized, damn, that's actually cool that I wrote that. Because when I wrote that song, the song is about a letter to my future kid if I ever have a kid. And at the time, I wasn't even really on trying to like want to have a kid and want a family. I just kind of wrote that song because that's what came to me when I heard the beat. The beat was called Cry Baby, and the beat is just like small, it's like a lullaby type shit. So like, it just started flowing, and then I just started writing about the kid. And then like 2-3 years later, now I'm like, I actually want a family. You know, like I actually want to have a little mini me on my lap, show them the world, show them what you do, because you gotta teach somebody, so then that person could help someone else. You know what I mean? Bring actual good people in the world, not dickheads that freaking don't know how to fucking drive.
Okay. Okay, so it was like more so like if you took a letter to your future son type or future kid, period. Okay, that's pretty creative. How do you feel like with the internet being the way it is now? Like, how do you feel? How important it is to be involved with like social media and all these different social media outlets? I'm
realizing now that it's more important, because when I first started making music, I was just like, well, if I just upload my songs to YouTube and I just share it around, like to just people I know, it's gonna get the like strength, like the following. And I was even also, well, you gotta like, I'm just so used to you having to burn your songs onto a CD and hand it out the old-fashioned way, because that's what all the other artists did. Because I don't use social media, so I never really wanted to deal with that. But then as I'm starting to learn more about being an artist, people around me are telling me, well, the social media is the wave, because A, it's easier, you can do it from home, and B, everyone else is on social media. What makes you different from everyone else? Really nothing. So how come you can't hop on social media? How come you can't do that shit yourself? Promote your shit on that. Everyone's on Facebook. Everyone's on Instagram. Selena Gomez was the highest followed person on Instagram. What the fuck did she do? Exactly. But she got all them followers. If she wanted to release music, they all gonna listen to it. So you gotta play the little social media game. You gotta make your accounts. You gotta get your connections. You gotta spread the word, spread the message, get the fans, and then once you get the numbers up, that's when you can get the actual fans and the actual music being heard, and actually be an official artist, and not just someone who raps in the bedroom saying I'm gonna make it one day, because that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna make it if you don't use social media. And I learned that the hard way, and I'm doing that now.
Yeah, I agree, because the way the music industry is now, you cannot just make it how people used to back in the day, where you just go perform at venues and stuff like that.
There's ain't no one walking around with Walkmans anymore. There's no point to burn a CD if they're just gonna have to upload the CD to their laptop so they can have it on their phone. They already have it on their phone. They're already on Spotify. No one uses. I tell people every time I tell people I bought YouTube Red so I don't have to have ads. They're like, why? Just get the Spotify, the Pandoras, and all that shit, because that's better music playlists. And it's like I don't think like that. But you have to use that. And now I'm starting to realize, well, yeah, that makes sense. If everyone using Spotify, everyone using Pandora, why am I only uploading to YouTube? It's not getting heard. It's not getting heard by the people who's actually going to hear it. So you got to upload it to everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. And that's the only way you will be successful at not only reaching the audience you're attending for your music to be for, but also new fans. And your fans that's already been there since day one.
And then your old fans can show it to their new friends. And they only going to show it to their new friends by texting them and DMing them. They're not going to drive all the way to their house and be like, hey bro, let me in. I got something to show you. This shit hard. Nah, he finna call him or text him. Everything is through the phone, everything through the social media, so just play that game.
Yeah.
You don't gotta do, like, you still gotta do the footwork, but you don't gotta do the literal footwork no more. You don't gotta actually go out there and like, oh dude, you still can do that as a plus, but you don't have to anymore. You really don't. You can just upload your shit through DistroKid or United Masters, whatever distribution thing you use. You don't even need no record label. You really don't.
Yeah, you don't.
Shit, I'm signed to DistroKid. Fuck it, I got a record deal. I don't need that shit. I don't not need Atlanta hitting me up. No. Dreamville. That's Dreamville and Shady Records. Yes. Everyone else, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Okay. So, I want to dive into a song that I heard you did recently. It's called Big Tippers. You have
Big Tip,
Kid Cali on there, you, and Conclusion
to God, yes
well.
sir. And Kid Cali, yes
so
sir.
you care to elaborate on that song?
Yeah, that song was presented to me by Kid Cali, who's a friend of mine, who's part of the Gifted Visuals. He was like, "Hey Alex, you should hop on this song." And I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I really didn't want to because I don't really make that kind of music. But then he explained it to me more, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. You kind of, because my verse, I didn't really say stuff that I'm not doing. So it's like I can still be truthful on a song that's about being the big tipper, even though I'm not really that. So yeah, I just be truthful in your own lane, and you can just finesse it. So yeah, I just hopped on the song, and then I heard Conclusion to God killed that shit. That man said, "I'm a gorilla with drip. I'm a gorilla with drip. That's a bathing ape. Stop it. Stop that." That shit was hard. I heard that shit, was like, fuck. It made me want to rewrite my verse, and they told me not to. And then I ended up writing another verse anyways, but not telling them. But I just never used it because they wanted me to use that verse. But it's like, no, he's not gonna do that in a song I'm on and be like, I'm gonna accept that. That's not how that works. I'm not saying I gotta be better, but goddamn it, you're not gonna do that to me. That's not a fact.
So speaking of that, the songs, like, how long does it take you usually to, write a song or a verse or a feature?
I'm not trying to gas myself. If I'm in the mode, I could probably write like 15 minutes. If I'm like in the mode, just like actually just, if I already wrote 2 songs that day and now I'm like, it's the 3rd song, it should come easy, you know what I mean? You're already in the flow. But when you first start off, like I said, it could take days, it can take hours, cause I don't like to rush it. Like if you look at my notebooks, I have songs that are just scribbled out because it's like if I don't like it, I'm not gonna put it out. I'm too self-critical, and then I was told not to be self-critical, so now it's just easier to write the song. It's good. It's not that I don't care what I say. I still care, but I'm not as focused and making sure it's perfect.
All right, so I want to touch on the song I made that we was playing in the beginning called Town Freestyle, right?
Yeah, Town Freestyle.
What was the creative process behind that?
I was working at a place, it was a restaurant called Foxtown Brewing, and I was a dishwasher. And it was a slow ass Sunday, and they let me have like the speaker in the back, because I'm in a dish pit. So like long as I finesse it and had the music not too high where the people, like the customers upstairs can hear it, they let me play music. So I was like, it's a slow ass Sunday, I'll just write a song, because I'm really not doing no work. So I figured, fuck it, I'm going to get paid to make a song, live my dream out like shit. So I just started, I grabbed the napkin, like them little rolls, like they have in the machines and shit, like in the back where you wash your hands and I grabbed the little napkin, fold that bitch up, and I had that bitch on the wall, and I was just writing the whole time. I had the beat on repeat, and it really took me, like, I didn't have to finish it at all at home. I wrote the entire song there. It took me like 2 hours to write that song. Because I had to also do my job. Dishes were coming, but it was just really fucking slow, so I had time to write the song. And yeah, just wrote that bitch on a whole ass napkin. I still have that napkin, believe it or not. Wish I would have brought it. I'm stupid, I didn't. But yeah, I still got the hoe.
Okay. So also like the song Mount Rushmore, which is on your EP, right?
No, it's not the song. Mount Rushmore is the name of the EP.
Oh, that's the name.
Yeah, it's the name of the EP. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 6-song EP. We were coming back from a show. And Conclusion to God, we were talking, like I was saying earlier, how you can like a song, but then if the other fans already gonna like it, what does it matter how much you like the song? And that's where I really got that advice from, is from Conclusion to God. And he was telling me, bro, how come you don't just like write a song all the time, like rush it? Like not really rush it, but like how come you don't just, like why do you always have to rewrite it and actually just write a song and leave it alone? And like, cause I care too much. He's like, bro, if I like it, he likes it, what does it matter if you like it? That makes sense. So he was like, you know what? You have 1 week. And it was like to the 4th of July. It was June 28th to July 4th. I had to write a mixtape. He was like, whatever songs you write, just put that shit out. And I was like, alright, say that then. I ain't no bitch. So the next day, got to writing. And I just forced myself to write a song every single day for 6 days. And then I used the 7th day to just record all those songs. Yeah, every single day I forced myself to write a song, even if I didn't like it. There's a song in there called Clementine, and the last song Bubble Wrap, and those 2 songs I had to really force myself to write because the way those beats are, I wasn't coming up with nothing. But now I also had to think, I'm on a time limit here. I really can't be trying to be judgy right now. I just wrote these 4 songs, not judgy. I'm not gonna force myself to be judgy on these last 2. So I just wrote them shits as fast as I could, and then they're actually good ass songs in my opinion. Some of my best work, and it's crazy because I wrote that in a week. So it was like, imagine what that next album's gonna sound like.
Okay.
Stop it.
So what would you say the best advice you was given by anybody?
I forgot who it was by. A lot of people say this. But I couldn't tell you who the first person to say this to me was or where I heard it. Be yourself. Just be yourself, no matter what. Don't try to lie. Don't try to. If you can't afford the shit, don't buy the shit. You don't gotta cap. You don't have to. There's a lot of people who don't cap and they make it. Look at fucking the rapper Kyle. You know how much fans and how much clout and whoop he got? Did he have to cap? No, he's still that same goofy motherfucker he was the whole time. It doesn't matter who you are. There's someone out there, no matter what you like, that likes the same shit. So there are gonna be people that gravitate towards you because there's gonna be people that like your energy, they like your charisma, they like the way you rap, they like your bars, they like the way you do melody. Anything you do, there's gonna be a little circle for that. You might not have the biggest fans in the world because everyone cares about fucking popping pills and shit apparently, and we're not talking about that. But the people who don't care about that shit, they're gonna call you one of the goats off rip because you're not talking about that. So just be yourself, and you don't know where you're gonna go. You can go to you can go to the top. Just be yourself.
That's true. So that being said, if you could change anything about the industry, what would you change?
Shit, just the content people make. Because I genuinely believe that the music that's being pushed today, like the guns and the pills and all this shit, is because they don't want us to realize what the fuck they're doing, and they realize, well, if people are taking pills, they're gonna be high the whole fucking time. If people are drinking, they're gonna be drunk the whole fucking time to realize what the fuck we're doing in the background. We can do our little sneaky, shifty shit, and we don't gotta tell no one nothing. We can just do it. Where the fuck are my taxes going? I don't care because I'm high as shit. No one knows nothing about politics. It's all fucking fake, but that's the main thing they talk about, and no one knows nothing about that shit because they're too busy fucking being high and taking all this extra shit. So you even want to give a fuck. And that's the whole point. They want us to not realize what the fuck they're doing so they can do whatever the fuck they want. And I wish we can just cut that shit out. Just have people either talk about that shit, expose that bullshit, or just stop just making other, like, bro, there's fucking 13-year-old girls that be twerking their asses on Instagram and shit because of fucking Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion is bad as shit, but that doesn't mean 13-year-olds gotta be fucking doing it because she doing the shit, and that's what's fucking happening. 16-year-old and now they're pregnant and shit because they was talking about WAP and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Like, no, that shit's fucking weird, bro.
I totally agree with you on that. It's like a mind controlling program. Yeah. You know what I mean? That they use to target
the MK Ultra, no bullshit.
So you basically, it's like me, like will want more positive messages. Like,
I'm not saying you gotta be corny as fucking be like, oh my god, positivity, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, and all that extra shit. Just don't talk about that. You can just have straight bars, but it don't gotta be about that. It don't have to be about that. You just choose to because you want to be popping and shit. And then now you're like fucking Boom Gang who has all them fucking faces on, all them tattoos on his face, and now he want to be a regular person now with a job. How? You just fucked yourself up for no reason. You didn't have to do any of that. You were just yourself the whole time. You see how much people like Joey Gabbana? Your real self? People love that shit. You over here doing hella construction work, all that shit, inspiring millions of people. You didn't have to do that Boom Gang shit. You fucking chose to. And now look, now you're trying to be yourself, and now every day you're looking to fuck at me and realize your past. Because you know you fucked up. You can just avoid that shit by being yourself. Just
sure. I agree on that. Like most rappers, you know, and artists, they don't embrace who they truly are and just, you know, embrace that within
6ix9ine, you was not no goddamn thug, bro. You was not no gang member, bro. Why the fuck did you do that? Now look. Now you got hella people hating you. For what? Now you can't leave the house without fucking security. For what? Now every time someone leak your address, you gotta move. For what?
Yeah. And you got
for a fucking watch? For 27 cars you don't fucking need? That shit's stupid, bro.
Yeah, you got little kids that's growing up and seeing these videos and, you know, trying to live their life by that. So I totally agree with you on that aspect. But my next question for you would be like, what's next for Alex?
Shit, more shows and more music. Stay tuned.
So are you becoming like independent or?
Well, I've been my independent artist. I just rap with my friend who does the Gifted Visual, because that's like a group thing he started. So I wanted to be a part of that so I can help him with that shit.
Okay,
so I've been doing my own music before I met him, and I have music, independent music out right now. ALEXKAUFERT, no space. You can Google me.
Okay.
Pandora. I'm on Deezer. I don't know what Deezer is, but I'm on Deezer, motherfucker.
So like my next question, when was a time where you was making music and you found like you struggled with inspiration, like to complete the song, to write the verses? When was the time? Because all artists had at one time.
Shit, when life hits, when you realize you got hella bills to pay and you don't know how you gonna pay them motherfuckers, you not thinking about music then, you thinking about where the fuck can I get this money from? I got bills I gotta pay this month, I gotta pay this week, and I can't pay this bill until the next paycheck. You thinking about all that shit, you're not thinking about music. But if you were a rapper, you gotta put that, or use that pain in your songs, but you gonna have to just push through it. Like, I haven't, besides the Big Tippin' verse that we just did, I haven't wrote a song after that Mount Rushmore EP that I wrote. And I'm just starting to write music again because I've been going through life and that shit's tough. But you gotta have to push through that shit sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. You always gotta keep going no matter what happens in your life. You gotta continue to keep going for your dreams. No matter what negativity comes your way, just keep going. You know what I mean?
Just remain positive and be you.
Yep.
You don't always gotta write every fucking day, but you gotta remember if this is your. It's like a basketball player. If DeMar DeRozan, for example, don't no one give a fuck about the Spurs or DeMar DeRozan, but he nasty as shit. Now he had all them fans in Toronto. Now he got no fans. You think it was easy for him to go through that? These last 2 years not making the playoffs, it was probably hard as fuck for dude. But he had to still put in the same amount of work, the same amount of effort, the same amount of energy as everyone else to still be great. And it probably was hard as shit. But he still did it.
Sure. It's been a pleasure having you
Likewise,
guys
bro. Likewise, no bullshit.
on here. If now is the time if you have any, special shout outs, any upcoming performances, any tracks you're working on, anything you want to promote with yourself that you got coming out, you can do now and let the people know where to follow you at. Thank you for being a guest on Lone Wolf Podcast.
Appreciate it.
Would love to have you again.
I love to be back. Cool ass vibe I got here, no bullshit.
Appreciate it. So go ahead and tell the people where they can follow you.
You can find me on YouTube under Poetry at its Finest or ALEXKAUFERT. You can find me on Instagram, Poetry at its Finest 432HZ, which stands for 432 Hertz. We'll talk about that next time. On Facebook, I just made one. It's AJK_GV. And then on the regular Spotify's and Pandora, just ALEXKAUFERT. The Mount Rushmore EP that we're talking about, I got purchased those beats, get them my little lease, and then I can record them hoes and I can put them out for y'all. That's gonna be everywhere soon. And then towards the end of the year, maybe November, December, I'm working on an album called Milltown Mamba because RP Kobe, the goddamn GOAT, yes sir. And then that's pretty much about it. Shout out my dog Conclusion to God. Shout out Lone Wolf. Innovation.
There,
see, I knew I was choking.
Inescapable nominations.
Alright. That word, that long ass vocabulary.
It's a long word.
Wrote the thesaurus and said, where can I look at that? No. Shout out my dog.
Or you can just say Lone Wolf Podcast.
Shout out Lone Wolf Podcast. Shout out my dog Kid Cali, CEO of Gifted Visualz. Shout out my dog Prince Charmin, he's another rapper we just did a live performance with. Shout out Jay Wick, my dog. Yes, that man nasty. Man, that's about it. Appreciate you having me. No bullshit, bro.
All right. Love.